I'm talking to the universe. You just so happen to be listening. So, uh, so it's like, what is, what is, what is, so like with, when I would say stay away from people that, or be mindful. I wouldn't say stay away from, but be mindful of people that okay their insecurities or an ailment they may have of some kind. Be mindful of these people that swim in something they have no abilities or reasons to want to get out of. It's probably calmer waters, it's probably easier waters, it's probably more streamlined rivers and waters. There's probably a plethora of things, right? So I was watching this one, and I speak on this because I don't know how many people are into this, into the body and all of this stuff like this, like I am. But I like, because I like to talk about it, right? Because it's like, the body is something huge for me, and understanding it as much as like really like, because it's not even really an information thing at this point to like know something, is to experience and enjoy and notice, things like that, and know what to do with what I notice with, right? Piecing everything together for me and my health when it comes to how I choose to live and how I want to look and be when I'm older. How I'm able to present the abilities I've gained and the experiences I've earned, to then be able to present it to other people that makes sense to them in their lives and what they want to do and what they got going on. Meaning I chose to come to this place, this realm, with the things that I have, to be able to look at and then decipher and work through and then present after I've learned and disseminated and did all that I need to do, and then be able to give it back to whomever. This came along, or it was just something within me since birth, since I got here, right? And as I do this, I realize there's a lot of people out here that don't evaluate themselves like I do. These people choose to stay within the world that they're accustomed to. And only will know of what they do because they're so comfortable with what they do. And it's a detriment, and there's no way of realizing it because they're surrounded only by their waters. They chose not to hop out. They chose not to look at the, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? You saw a Snickers bar in the pool, and they chose, you know what I'm saying? Some people chose this, some people hopped out, looked at it. Oh man, there's a Snickers bar in the pool. Let's do something about it. Most people don't take the opportunity in their lives, I'm noticing, to check out the Snicker bar, you know what I'm saying? And if anything, they try to cope with it and say, well, it's only like, it's not really bleeding out over here, you know what I'm saying? There's nothing happening with the candy bar over here, and so I can just stay in the pool and it's cool, you know what I'm saying? If anything, I can like champion the fact that, look, you ain't got one in your pool. Look how cool I am having a Snicker bar in my pool and you ain't got one in yours. You know what I'm saying? Something like that, you know what I mean? So it's like, that's why I say be mindful of people that choose to stay in the pool. Cause it's crazy how like you'll think that they have like, just this thing, and they're advocating for the thing, and then but if anything, the only thing they're doing is championing their crutches. If you see people like like I was saying, like I'm alluding to, on the internet or something like that, and they're kind of like doing this thing, because at first I thought, like I said, I saw this and I'm like I thought that this person was bringing awareness, saying, hey, look, this is something that you can do. You know what I'm saying? Because the way they did it was like, I got this thing. And then, it was scoliosis. I'm going to say it, whatever. They're saying, I got scoliosis. And they were like, going to like different pictures of like people and stuff like that. And one was like a yoga person and was like, you need to do this and the bodybuilder was like, you need to fucking do this. And you know what I'm saying? And the old man was like, you look at your phone too much. And so that's the reason why you got scoliosis. And all of that, I'm like, okay, yeah. And you bringing awareness. Yes, these are reasons on why most likely you have. Now I get that, and this is why I wanted to come on here too. Is because it's like I can go within myself enough, right, to be able to go. I don't know a whole bunch about, like, I only know what I know from what I've done, right? Me doing yoga, me doing certain breaths and seeing certain people, do that. Okay, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Whatever other different, type of, me seeing face yoga more. I'm into that a little more now. And one day that's going to be, you know what I'm saying? But so I know what I know, and what I take from those when I toss them to the side is because I know that I'm doing something for me. I started something off to where I saw those things when I first started and didn't know about it and was a little weirded out, you know what I'm saying, about people that did really anything, because you never really know out here. But as the time went on, when I saw that and kept realizing, like, okay, yeah, that's cool and all, but we still got back issues, and we still got knee pain, and we still got ankle issues, and we still got no toe knuckle, no knuckle, knee, nose, face pain. You know what I'm saying? We got all kinds of issues and ailments going on, and people are going, but do more Taibo, do more fucking Pilates, do more hip thruster 9000. What are the fucking them two, right? The fucking you remember old, like. So it's like, and just keep doing it, and then you'll be fine. And so that's the narrative that I went on too. Was there's nothing that could be done about the pain that you have, surgery maybe, somebody, break you up, maybe chiropractic or something like that, and they might do something, but you always got to go back because you're never actually like fixed. Like they crack you, break you, but the muscles don't set right, and you're not gonna go massage yourself. You're not going to go get massages. You're not going to, you know what I'm saying? You're not going to actually stay on this routine all day long. And no one's going to tell you, because nobody really knows, hey, I can't help you actually. There's nothing I can really do for you. Really. Period. Odd period. There's not a whole lot. You actually have to do most of this yourself through the Nauli. Whatever type of other breath yogas, face yoga, you gotta go do the massage. You gotta do all of this every single day, all the time, or as much as you possibly can, if You want real results. If you want your back to not be so scoliotic up as much, if you don't want these issues, yes, get off your phone. Straighten yourself out. Yes, do yoga. This sounds like a lazy brain to me. Yes, go do some where you can like, but it's so much more. Like I said, I realized I've done that, and that was what I'm saying before. I've done all of this, and it still has me. If anything, I'm putting myself more into an issue when I go try to run it off. When I try to like go Pilates it out and yoga it out and do. But if I don't really if I really don't go inside of myself and really check in with what I'm doing with myself, I'll never see it. I'll never see that I can do the chiropractic work. I can do the massage work. I must do the breath work. I must go in and scrub and massage and find all of the stuff in the pelvic floor, strengthen the pelvic floor, pull up the muscles from the. Like, you can do that to where your spine and I said that, I've said this before in a video, like your spine can look all kinds of crazy, whatever, and like this, like your face, but you know what I'm saying, your spine could be all kinds of whatevers. You can work it. You can work your body back, bro. It's possible. No one has ever told you. No one has ever said it. You know what I'm saying? It's always do a little bit of recovery. Do you get your bands? Do a little bit of recovery. You know what I'm saying? It's always do some polo, water, and it's like, dude, your body needs way more time and attention. But we as a people, once again, throughout the years, have been so distracted that life being truly seeing what we need to do for ourselves being the thing to do is not it anymore. It's just not. Like I said, I've taken away every single thing that I thought I needed to eat, drink, it's minimal things now. I'm not shying away from other things that may not be as healthy, because I'm not gonna train my brain to be afraid of life. Chemicals, me, myself, things like this. Like, I'm not gonna, but I know I need to be wary of it. It's the abundance, it's the over and over, it's the processing, it's the over processing, it's the too much of everything that puts us in these states. So yeah, maybe don't look at your phone so much. Maybe be aware of how you sleep. Because how you sleep, right? Oh, maybe be aware of these things. You sleep like this, that muscle is taking all that. It's going to tension all that. So now you had this, right? I can barely even without having to move this part. See what I'm saying? But I need to be able to tap. And I didn't even do it because this side is even tighter. Right? Like, just being mindful of what's weak, what's tight, what I don't use, what's atrophying. Me trying to get that muscle back instead of trying to overwork the bigger group of muscles to try to like compensate for the small stability muscles that aren't overtrained, overworked, overstressed, over stimulated, over everything, bro. Like, what hasn't it has to do? It's always working. Think about it. When you crunch, you're constantly sleeping, you're crunching all night long. You don't lay straight flat and let your back just actually relax within it. You know what I'm saying? You don't let it relax within itself. So it's always at a bent, rotated. I'm starting to see it when because it's like, even sitting down is not even a thing for me, at least. Me going through this journey of like actually cracking and working my back, moving it, looking at the muscles and how they used to be or they are and get it, you know what I'm saying? I know that like I said, I know when you go look in a school or something, you see the spine dude, you see the bone dude, and your body no one's body looks like that. And that's why I'm like, scoliosis, bad posture. It's years of you choosing, yes, okay, But after that, what did you do to mediate and heal any of it? Or did you just continue to sleep how you want, eat how you want, look how you want, read how you like? You just, and you don't, and you're not mindful of how your body does what it does. So to like, it's a hard one because, like I said, and I go back to, I don't know a whole bunch about, scoliosis. I'm or whatever. I just know that I don't want my back to hurt no more. I just know I want to be able to breathe better, sleep better, eat, swallow and consume better, because it's like for some reason some things are too tight, or maybe because years of me not wanting to speak, right? Like I said, these muscles aren't worked enough to where like something was dormant and something was overworked to where now I have to like, it's a lot, but I'm just saying, right? It's a lot to go through because it's like I didn't get the opportunity, so now I got issues that I don't need to have because I didn't work this much. I didn't pay attention to this thing or this part of my shoulder. If I would have just chilled out a little more, if I would have worked out more sides instead of just this right side, maybe be more mindful when I sleep to, if I'm going to crunch always on this side, to at least start crunching on this side. Simple little things you may not think matters, but that's the reason why your back look like it does. That's the reason why you look, and you can't tell, you can fix that. All of it can be worked. It just takes some time, clearly. But I'm going to continue, I'm going to start posting pictures too, just to see too. But I know for a fact that I know, man, like me being more comfortable, it shows me that my back and my hips and everything are not as tight, or as misaligned and things like that. Like I said, the reason I notice, like with chiropractic work and even massage, is that you don't get enough of it. You're not mindful of what you need to do for yourself too. Somebody does like this a couple times, you feel good, and guess what? You go back. I noticed too, and I was going to talk about it, like, right? Because think about it, you pushing, you doing all this stuff. This is funny, but it's like you pushing. You doing all this stuff, right? I noticed even, like my lips. I always question like old people. I always question old people, like the atrophy of the line, the lip lines and stuff like that. Like I get you getting old, right? Get you getting old, but it's like I always say, these are muscles, and they're connected to something, right? They're connected to something, right? So I notice it's like the more I can loosen here, I kind of look at my body. Like I noticed this thing that the dude was saying, how your body's like, I don't even know how he said it. I'm gonna say it, but it's like anatomically opposite or something, to where your how does it say this? Like your butt is your chest, and or something like that, and your foot is your, whatever the thing is. You know what I'm saying? Like each part is like. What I notice is like, the more I can get here, like I notice that this is tight for some reason, but also my sciatic is like right there too, like right up in here, but here too, like across, right? If you go straight through, right? Because that's how I'm starting to, of course, see everything. But it's like I notice right up in here, right? It's real. I gotta open that a lot more. And up in here too. Most likely because I eat more on this side. Most likely because all that stuff, right? But I notice if I stretch it more, I get more space, and I don't feel this as much. Right? I go up in here is a huge one. These two. Whatever that is, right? And this little divot right up in here, I noticed too. But yeah, man, I know it's crazy how like you see them, the old people, certain people like they have like those like crinkles, and they're just kind of like they have that like small mouth, and usually it's like that. You know what I'm saying? It's like directly. You know what I'm saying? The more I can get my jaw to open, spread, it because I notice is that I can't hinge as much right here, right in this spot. It's very difficult for me to hinge down like this part can. And so now the goal is to try to like hinge this. Right? Open that. Something's going on where this all needs to come down. And I can pull all of this up. There's so much more that because I think about it, you know, maybe I do need to start writing it down more as soon as I think about it. And just screw it, man. Just talk about it and make it a video. Because it's like, I question how much of this is bad posture. Like I said, I don't know enough about it. Maybe somebody can like make a comment or something and tell me more about what scoliosis is and what it really means. Because it seems like they said the spinal fusion thing is more for the surgery. But why do you need the surgery? So I need to look on that more. So that's where this is where I'm at. Because I do what I'm doing. Like I said, I'm not trying to like make a weird crazy claim of like, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like this bad posture thing, I mean, scoliosis is just you not recognizing, okay, you may have had an issue that I'm, like I said, I got to check on all this. But you may have an issue, but how much are you mitigating? How much are you working on this issue? How much do you know that your stomach, because like I said, I always notice that like my stomach wouldn't be flat. And like, you know how you lean back? Like and I would like do like one of them. I noticed that little pieces would be like divoted in. Or even right now I'm noticing, because I'm working on this part, that like it like I have my stomach, I don't know people, but there's muscles in, of course. So like, but I noticed that somewhere around here it divots in. Above, like right below the belly, but it divots in and it comes up, and there's like a shelf. It's like a shelf that doesn't need to be there. So I'm trying to massage that away too, and bring that down. But I realize it's like, I think that's through the crunches and stuff like that. It's like, but I noticed also there's a piece, even though it shelves at the bottom, there's pieces or whatever at the top, I guess, or whatever. I don't really know. It helps better like when I see, you know, the diagrams and the when they show it, or however it actually is, like the direction helps. Like when I actually notice what it looks like, that's when I really, you know, I get excited, because I'm like, you know what I'm saying? It helps me understand literally what part, because I can try to like find and mold it while I'm doing this, and I can, but it's only through imagination, and I don't know off the top of my head every single thing and every way it exactly goes and what it goes into. But when I see it, when, you know, they show through the, you know what I'm saying, it's just, you know what I'm saying, it makes sense on how now I need to like move, massage, thing, you know what I'm saying, whatever I need to do to actually fix it. It makes sense now because I know where it is and what it looks like. Okay, so this is attached there. Let's pinpoint these two muscles and think about moving them up and doing, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, so having that one piece dive in, I noticed that I need to like it's stuck in, so it's stuck to my back. You know what I'm saying? Now I gotta figure out how to like pull that up and out from my back, or, you know what I'm saying? It's through the breath massage and me like purposely like trying to manipulate my body to get it to turn and crack and move like it's like I said, if you know your pelvic is supposed to look like this, but it sits like this, and then this part comes up like that, and then this curves and does like that, and whatever, you know what I'm saying, whatever it molds to, I want to be able to, you know what I'm saying, bring that back down, turn that back in, you know what I'm saying, and fix it, and then work on the inner parts too, to where if I can breathe, I can separate the hip, move the muscles, even on the inside, the, you know, the thing right here with the you know what I'm saying, figure out how to like get that back, or if it needs to, come do like that, or this. Or if it's like this, I need to get it back like this. If it's like that, I need to get it back like that. That's like I'm working the breath and the body to make that happen again, to where I don't feel that no more. Well, that little string right there, I could pull that up to where I like stretch it, to where I breathe it through. It's like I'm like breathe it through. I need to like, it's like I'm waving myself, like I said, the nauli, but I'm isolating the muscle to then get it back where it needs to be. Like I said, if you have the spine, I'm able to think, I don't know how else to say it, but think it, like if it's like, the spine's supposed to be like this, but it's like that, and these are the muscles, I'm able to get that muscle and pull it, and then pull it, and then get this muscle and find that muscle and pull it, and then get it back to where it's supposed to be. Like, and then massage it, right? This is the spine. Massage that muscle. Work that muscle. If I can't reach it, I breathe it. I find that muscle. I breathe that muscle. If it makes sense, it makes sense. I don't know how to say it. Like I said, I do it every day. So I don't know how else to say it. But like I said, this journey has been crazy and wonderful at the same time. It's been fun. But like I said, the funnest part is when I go and I find a video of somebody saying, they'll show me how like they're doing face yoga. They'll show me how, certain massage therapists, and they'll say, look, this is how you, and if you want to release it, this is what you do. I love those videos. I love them because it's like, now I know, because like I said, I know how I release the muscle. I went through the journey of not looking up anything or anybody and just going, how can I get this thing to do what I want to do? How can I, remember having this bump on my shoulder, how can I stare at this long enough? Like telepathy, like whatever the hell you want to call it, and get that muscle to massage itself down. Like if I'm thinking it, if I gotta move the shoulder to do it, if I gotta think my muscles down, if I can massage it in my mind and know that that's what I'm doing again, this is how I started to go, okay, well, I can think myself, I can like have my body want to go down, like I can try to like press it down, but maybe I'm not getting the muscles that are in the middle, to where my body doesn't know how to press that down. Nobody understands that you can like your spine and things like that, you can separate them through breath if you know how to like take one piece, take the other piece and pull it up, separate it or move it. So it's like, that's why I'm saying, like, I don't know, man, like, bad posture, dude. Scoliosis is like, I think we're just not aware enough of what our bodies are capable of. More so, you know what I'm saying? Because it's a lot. Like I said, it's a whole bunch to do with your face. A whole lot. I think our faces are one of the most overstimulated and utilized muscles we have on our body, and it's directly connected to our spine, and we don't take that into account enough. We use it more than any other muscle we have, whether we're looking, breathing, talking, eating, whatever the case may be. Stressing, pulling, whatever, our hands too. Hands, feet, and face, head, pretty much the head area. I noticed other than the chest, the solar plexus, and the hips, shoulders. These are like, I'm noticing the scapula, all of the, pretty much, the top. These are like main points I'm noticing, or like, if you don't massage, work, breathe through, relax, hair pull, if you don't do all of them yourself, I'm not saying that it's not okay to go get. Why do you even like? I never got that. People on the internet like, I say something and you just can't do what you want to do. I don't get it. Do what you want to do. But I'm just saying, you can go to a therapist, you can go to whatever you want to do. I'm just saying that be mindful that you have the power to do all of that. I've been through all kinds of things with pulling ribs up and popping stuff and going through and feeling like my body, you know what I'm saying? Because like muscles will fillet. I notice it like when I pull on certain parts, it'll literally feel like it'll literally be separating. And I felt like if it is like, but you know what I'm saying? It's a journey. But like I said, I went through it. I went through a lot of work, and I'm now massaging and working that away. I'm getting it all back. I want to, like I said, I want to feel like a kid again when it comes to my body. You know what I'm saying? I want to feel good again in all realms. So if I got to breathe, stretch, pull the rib, you know, catch that piece right here, pull that up. That's supposed to separate all this. Like, I realized how confined I was. And I don't want to feel like that no more. I want to expand. You know what I mean? I want to be as open as possible. And I want to think open. Because if I think this way, my body will do the same. Kind of what I'm getting at. If I think it, it will do it. It will be it. It will happen. So if I think expansion and not constriction, not, you know what I'm saying? I want to stretch and work and turn and twist. I don't want to compress all the time. That's not it. Because if I can't compress and stretch and know what that means to pull this muscle up over and over again to stretch that out, because you've compressed this so much that now, I mean, think about it. The connection point is that, you know, so this is the elbow. So why you tennis elbow, you know, water polo elbow, you know what I'm saying? All kinds of elbows, you know what I'm saying? Every elbow, you know what I'm saying? You got it all right there in yours. You know what I'm saying? Piano elbow, you know what I'm saying? Clarinet elbow, you know what I'm saying? Violin elbow, all kinds of elbows. All because you want to continue to compress your joints together, get them closer and closer and closer, and have no freedom, no nothing. You know what I'm saying? So I want to think not big. I want to think expansion. You know, I want to think it doesn't matter about size when it comes to expanding something. Size is not necessarily even a thing. A rubber band also expands. It's small. You know what I'm saying? It's thin, but it expands. There's a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? It's not always about big, but it's still, you need to expand. You know what I'm saying? And if you think that way, like I said, if you think constriction, if you think, and sometimes people don't realize they're thinking sickness, mental health issues, all this stuff down the line as they're doing whatever they're doing. You know what I'm saying? I've been through that, and it don't help me. And if anything, I feel weaker. You know. But if I know in every workout that I do, for every compression, I need 2 expansions. You know what I'm saying? Things like that. I need to get that all back. It'll form back. Your spine and all that will form back. But it's, like I said, we're in this culture of, like, you know what I'm saying? Get it all together. We don't expand out anywhere. In our minds and how we do things, the systems we have, it's all constricted. That was a good one. That was tasty. It's like those TikTok videos, man, and all that, and the Vines that one chick was talking about too. It's like the 7 seconds, a real small. Everything has to be compact. Everything has to be quick. Everything has to be like. And if you don't do it in a timely manner, people freak out. Like they. So I think if we can be cool with like silence and expanding and internalizing and going within and seeing ourselves for who we really are, not being afraid of that thing, and then choosing to hop out the pool because there's the Snickers in it. take it in, man. Maybe you don't have these things you have. Maybe don't cope with them like that. Maybe don't, like, I get you want to be friends with your things, but now what? I have a lot of things going on. I now know I have them. That's one part. But going, yeah, I got them, so ain't nothing I can do. And actually, everything that people are telling me, the advice that they're giving me, I actually need to just not listen to it. I need to block it out. But, hey, did you know? And you should donate. Give me some money. I got problems. Instead of taking said issues and attempting, if at best, at minimum, right, or whatever the case, saying, hey, I may have this issue, but let's work on how we may fix it, do something about it, get people's minds on something else other than just that. What you know what I'm saying? Anything else. And the issue is that the people that don't, you know what I'm saying, that have that ailment don't want to go out, step outside of what they have to then be able to go back in and go, oh, I can fix this. I can do something about this. I can at least alleviate a lot of the issues, if not eradicate it completely. I can do this, but do I really want to? Do I really want to listen to these people? That's a lot of shadow work. There's a lot more things to do than just moving your body into position to align yourself from the inside out, right? It's a lot more labor, mental labor. It's like, but you gotta do your mental push-ups. Shadow work is just as important as you going to the gym. So like I say, half the time I realize that, you know what I'm saying, the people that don't do the shadow work and go through the things, they get to the places and they do all the stuff physically, and then they kind of like trip out when they get to that point. They don't know what to do with it once they get there. It's like, man, it's important to know what's up here and what it means. Like I said, I'm integrating, okay, if I got, you know, whatever shadow work stuff, if I know where my chakras are, simple stuff, because it's like, oh, no, like, you know, heart space, you know, your throat chakra, you know what I'm saying? You know, simple stuff, the root, the sacral, you know, right? So, you know, if you don't, like I said, for me, this makes, right? I'm trying to bring this all around. It makes sense for me that I need to work on the blue or indigo, whatever you want. I need to work on that more. So I need to work on these muscles here. I need to know what it means to speak and how to communicate. I need to know whether, you know what I'm saying, what blue may correlate with, things like that. Like, I need to know these things to then be able to go, oh, blah, 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 blah. Like, I need to talk. I need to say some stuff. I need to, you know, put it out there no matter what it looks or sounds like. You know what I'm saying? You need to figure out whatever else that means for you. That's one spectrum. There's so many signatures that your body holds within itself, within that realm, within this realm, within that realm, whatever the case may be, on something that's going to make sense to you if you dive deep enough in it. It's about as simple as that. And you can go through all the other ones that you may need to work on or work on less, you know, you may need to relax on and things like that. Maybe it's, you know, you work out chest too much and your chest too tight. You need to loosen up your chest. Maybe you too much in your heart space. Maybe you, or something like that. Maybe you get where I'm going, right? Like, it's like you can see because it's all there. It's all going to go back to that piece if that's the issue. It's all going to go back to this if this is the issue. There's going to be a bunch of things you need to fix. And like I said, I even noticed I can do all. This right here is like, dude. A big old, like, forget the chest. Move past the chest, go in. It's like the spine. That speaking muscle is weak. How can you say that your abs or your spine is strong? You don't work this right. This is super weak. Like those dudes, you know what I'm saying? Those dudes that do the thing with the pole or the knife, and so they be holding. Like, you gotta. It may be too tough. It may be too tender. It may, whatever the case may be. Things like that. Like, it's simple stuff. Your back may be way too hard. You may have got too much, you know what I'm saying? Like, you need to figure out what the back mean. There's simple things that you can check into on most likely why you got knee pain, or why you got shin pain, you got ankle pain, you got knee knuckle pain, you whatever the case you got. You know what I'm saying? So it goes into a whole plethora of other things on, like I said, the psyche, bringing it down. Like, I know for a fact that if I think a certain way, if I got this type of diagnosis, with me or like that, whatever, I know that it's going to manifest somewhere. So now I need to figure out, what part, because most likely that's where that tension is going to be too. So if I got to work on the ADHD or the autism, or I got to work on the narcissism, I'm whatever buzzwords. I got to work on the whatever. I don't know, whatever you got. Mental, right? Somewhere in your body it's manifesting. Just like everything else that you do, it manifests somewhere because it's just as real here in your head. You know what I'm saying? Everything, like I said, I wholeheartedly to this day can see how people manifest tumors and things like that. Whatever, I can see how your brain, your mind is able to produce, if you have enough time and effort put into it, these things. Whether you are manifesting through, because all of this is us, right? So if you are manifesting through food, through your daily habits, through your mindsets that put you in that primal, that motion, that locomotion, right, into the life that you live, your mind will literally do it. You want cancer? You got it. You know what I'm saying? You will manifest it. And if you have it, through whatever thing, maybe through past lives or whatever the case, that you developed it through early in childhood like that, how much are you cradling it? And how much are you figuring it out to do something about it? Like I said, be mindful of these people. I chose not to just go, I got these issues. I guess I got these issues. Screw everybody else and what they're talking about. I'm not going to speak on it. I'm not going to raise awareness. I'm not going to try to see, even if I'm wrong, what parts I'm right on. I'm not going to. It's like I said, people will do that because they know that, and I see it. They have to know. They may not fully get maybe why they abstain, stay away from certain things, frame of minds, mindset, things like that. But I can see why people, because it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work mentally to go, I was wrong there. Damn it. I was wrong. I didn't need to do that. I could have looked at it better. I could have la 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 la, and I didn't. I chose not to. So it's hard for me to see, like I said, I go through the cycles a little bit, and I go, man, because it's hard. How do you not know? You have to know that you chose not to go down certain paths because you knew, oh man, well, I gotta own up to that. I gotta say that this is what happened. I can't continue to lie and have that thing hold up because it's not a thing. You know what I'm saying? I can't continue to have that held up because it's not real. So it's yeah, be mindful and check on yourself, because now people are finally waking up and seeing that the whatever, because they was talking about even another one with the diabetes is talking about how you'll get the skin tags, the dark, on your knuckles, they have the dark spots right here on the knuckles, things like that, your stomach sticks out, it's really hard, just things like that. You don't need, the signs are right there for you that you've manifested this in your mind. You can't tell me it's not from trauma. You can't tell me it's not from your mama. You can't tell me it ain't from your daddy. You can't tell me it's not from your uncle, your auntie, your man. You know what I'm saying? Don't, not my mama. You tell your daddy. Which one? Yeah, my mama. Tell your daddy. You know what I'm saying? You can't tell me it ain't from one of them. Grandma, I don't care, whoever it is, tell her to go wash her ass. You know what I'm saying? You can't tell me that it ain't from something to where that's the reason why you went down that road. Maybe, you didn't need to consume so much. Nobody told you. Maybe you didn't, you weren't aware. You know what I'm saying? I get the life is lifing. I get that it does what it does. But the more you continue to, gotta see, because I knew that I was lying to myself, that if you continue to lie to yourself, because if I realize it, then you gotta realize it. There's just paths that people take. They go, not that door. No. I want to do this one. Nah. You know what I'm saying? Like that. I'd rather go this way. I go back. I'd rather go back. And say, don't go back. I want to go back. Please stop going back. There's no even such a thing as that. We're going this way. It's not even a thing either. You know what I'm saying? It's like... So people got their directions on what door they want to take in that path. But like I said, I know what I was doing wasn't cool. If I don't never speak on it like I'm doing now and say, hey, I knew that I could have. There's things that I needed to do. Things I got to do now. Things that, I need to uphold. If I don't, then what the hell? Things like that. It's like, not everybody takes that path, that direction, this one that they need to, when it's time to take it. You know what I'm saying? They don't go to that door. They go to that door. You know what I'm saying? And I get, like I said, that, you may not have been taught that these are the signs. You're getting too big. You're getting, these are the things. Your back is hurting. This is what you can do about it. You got ADHD. And this is what... I thought it was crazy that some parents don't even tell their kids that they got the thing that they got going on. Dyslexia or whatever the case. But if that person knew that, and let's say they got back pain. Let's say they got something going on, whatever ailment. Let's say they got some... Them knowing that could have tapped them into something else. And like, oh, that's why I got this going on. It can spark all kinds of things. But just because they never knew, because they didn't want to tell them. It's simple things like that, man. It's like... I always bring, because I thought about that too, man. There's so many things I'm having. I just, man, it feel good. And Mercury, I'm doing something. I don't know. But it's like, why am I ignorant? Because I'm telling you that I'm ignorant. Does not me being inquisitive, like, is it my inquisitivity not worth your time? Can I not have a moment of questioning anything? It's like, what is that? Like, why am I not able to... Like, it was a weird thing in school. It's a weird thing now where people are, like, so afraid to know something or want to know something, ask about something, or put themselves out there to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? This is one of my only options at this point, because if I can't get it through, like I said, a comment or somebody, telling me message, I probably won't hear it. If I don't go find it on the internet myself or something, I probably won't hear it. Because there's too many barriers. There's too many walls and things that people have to go through to get to the point where they can just go, what up? You know what I'm saying? What's happening? Like, tell me about yourself. Or what you got going on? Well, I'm not trying to trauma dump, and I'm not trying to lib lab, and I'm not trying to do this, and you're not trying to do nothing, clearly. You're not trying to do nothing. How do we further ourselves as people if we're never trying to nothing? So it always leads to something, but without that information or that know-how, that experience yourself, you really, you don't never really, like, get the full scope, the full spectrum. Like I said, I couldn't help myself. I've always been this way anyway. I can't help but learn and look. I want to know. I want to know. Can you show me? So, that's what I'm on, man. And that's what I saw. Like I said, I don't know a whole lot about scoliosis and all this, that, and the third and all that. I'm still learning a whole bunch. There's a whole lot to learn. People go 4, 5, 12 years to learn one thing about this one thing. Give me some time. But it's like, from what I've seen so far and what I've done to myself and what I've realized that, I said it takes a lot more time than people realize to heal and to massage and to work themselves and to you know what I'm saying, like clay. It takes a second to like get everything right. You know what I'm saying? Figure it all out. Do what you gotta do. Massage what you gotta massage. Work what you gotta work. Figure out what you gotta, you know what I'm saying? Mold what you gotta mold. Whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? I know this is like a whatever lot. I know it's a whatever lot, but you know what I'm saying? Word.